Florida Governor DeSantis is urging state lawmakers to address the state's condo crisis in a special session.
You have a lot of people in these condos that are in fixed incomes, a lot of senior citizens.
So today we're going to talk about what is on everybody's mind, especially here in the state of Florida. Will there be a special session or not to address this condo crisis? All right, so what is a special session? Well, a special session is when the Florida legislature meets anytime outside of their normal session. And that's what a lot of people are asking them to do. Even Ron DeSantis said we need to have one to address this condo crisis. But the big question is, are they going to do it? All right, so we've been covering this story for about a year now, right? I've done a lot of videos about this. Let's go all the way back to the first one I did, the condo crisis, when I first saw the writing on the wall and I said, man, there's a lot of issues that people are going to be facing who own these condos. And from there, we went and covered a lot of things like foreclosures because people couldn't afford their condo anymore because of assessments. An update, we did the Villa del Sol in Jensen Beach. That's the one, the 72-unit condo building where they were told to evacuate because it was crumbling. Update on that, just 5 days ago, they got some reports back. One of the quotes was $9 million. They obviously complained about that, and it came back at $6 million. They're still not happy. So that's one of the stories. We did the Condo Coalition, right? The group that's up in Treasure Coast, and they're trying to fight this. They're trying to get a lobbyist to help them get a special session. And lastly, we talked about the zombie condo video, right? Where we talked about people that are living in condo buildings that maybe only 2 residents are left. You got all the developers in there trying to buy them out. So we've talked a lot about the condo crisis. And what we're going to talk about today is whether or not they're going to address this with a special session. So let's go talk about it. So why are people so concerned about having a special session? Well, let's take you back and remind you that this all has to do with the law, right? The state of Florida, back in 2022, they enacted a new law that said that all the buildings that are 30 years or older, 3 stories or taller, or if they're within 3 miles of the ocean, which could be 25 years and older, they have to get what's called a Structural Integrity Reserve Study, or SEERS for short.
Following the deadly collapse of the Champlain Towers in Surfside in 2021, Governor Ron DeSantis and the Florida legislature passed a law that would require a Structural Integrity Reserve Study, or SERS, to determine what short-term and long-term repairs are necessary to condo buildings.
That law says that condos need to look at things like fire sprinklers and the elevators and the buildings, you know, the concrete and all the safety things that make a condo building safe. And they had to do inspections on those buildings so that they could basically know that the people living in it don't have another Surfside tragedy that happened where 98 people lost their lives, okay? So, and then on top of that, they also have to look at, you know, do they have the money set aside for all this? So when they passed that law, which was couple years ago now, we're coming up on 2025, a lot of people, whether they did it or not or just buried their heads in the sand, I don't know, but it hit a lot of people. You've seen the stories where I've talked about it, that some of the people are getting assessments of $225,000, right? So this has got everyone panicking, and not, you know, just here in Palm Beach County, Broward, but really from the Keys to Tallahassee, it's affecting everybody. So these condo owners are asking the state, hey, can we put the brakes on this for a minute? And I know, yes, some of y'all said they had 3 years to deal with this, but still, just like I told you about the Villa del Sol, they just found out that they had a problem. That was 3 months ago. A week ago, they get a $6 million bill. And remember, the deadline's coming, y'all. They have to have these studies done by December 31st. That's like a month and a half away from us right now. So everyone's panicking. So what they're trying to do is ask the state, hey, can you please, like meet and let's have a special assessment or a special session about this and maybe put the brakes on it for a minute so we can kind of strategize and give these people a chance to, I don't know, come up with the money, special loans or something. All right, so new law, everyone's concerned about it, and people want a special session. Well, obviously it's not up to us, that's up to the politicians. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis did go down to Miami and had a press conference about 2 months ago, and he did say, let's try to have a special session to address this, because obviously he's getting a lot of calls from people, and he was pretty much shot down.
The goal has to be that we're generating the necessary ideas and the reforms to provide relief, that would be passed by the legislature and signed into law by the end of the calendar year.
State lawmakers disagree, saying condo issues won't be covered until next year.
Vicky Lopez from Miami, who is considered the architect of this law, said that they don't want to have a special session right now. They want to wait until the regular session because they said they don't have enough information about the assessments and all the issues that are coming up. Now, I would dare to say that if you go ask some of the owners who just got a $6 million bill, or the guy who got a $224,000 assessment for his unit alone, he says you got more than enough information, but that's where we're at. Are they going to convince them to have a special session? All right, now listen, I know we just had an election. No one wants to talk about politics. No one wants to hear from politicians, but look, some of these politicians out here are really trying to help you, like Palm Beach County Commissioner Michael Barnett. He's really concerned about his constituents because he calls it a crisis, just like I've said. Everyone's calling it a crisis. And so he's really concerned about some of these people, especially the senior citizens who are getting hit with these assessments and are on that fixed income. They can't afford that. Now, Palm Beach County is considering a $5 million bond or a loan program that could help the people, but that's not nearly enough money when you consider that the one community up in Vero or Jensen Beach that we just talked about, their assessment was $6 million just for that building alone. And remember, this is happening all across the state of Florida, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade. Now, Dade County does have a special program set up for their people to help with this situation. I don't know all the details about it, but at least they've got something in place that's, hopefully helping these people that are getting hit with these huge assessments. All right, so if you're new to my channel, I am a local realtor and I'm with True Floridian Realty here in Palm Beach County. We're in Delray Beach. My phone number is right down below, so give me a call. I've lived in Palm Beach County for over 30 years. I've raised my kids here. I love Palm Beach County. I mean, I am Palm Beach's Paul, right? But I do. I love this county. I love South Florida. And look, yeah, we got a crisis going on with condos, but not everything's bad here. I mean, there's still homes for sale. People are still selling homes, buying homes. So if you want my real estate help, reach out to me. And if you have condo questions, please give me a call. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Also, please help me out by liking, subscribing, click the little bell so you can get notified every time I make a new video. And I've been doing a lot of live streams on Wednesday, and those have been a lot of fun, and you'll get notified when I do those. So, all right, guys, I appreciate your support. All right, guys, thanks for walking with me today through this condo community. We're out in Wellington, by the way, and as you can see, these buildings are 3 stories, right? So, but you know what? They're not affected by the law for the milestone inspection because these buildings are about 24 years old. They're not at that 30-year-old range where they have to get that done. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, they are condos. Condos always have some kind of assessment. They might need a new pool, furniture, or they may need to resurface the pool, all those things. Look, when you live in a condo, you gotta remember, you're part of a community, right? So you are gonna share the repairs, like maybe they pave the roads. So take that, with a grain of salt, and just keep in mind that you may have some assessments, but again, not every condo building in South Florida or in Florida is dealing with the Sears because they don't qualify for that right now. They're young enough, I guess, that they don't have to worry about it. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that because we get a lot of people that were, hey, I was thinking about buying a condo, but I won't now. This is way far out from the ocean, out in Wellington, and they're not affected by that law. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thought it was important to share. All right, so will there be a special session? We don't know. I've been watching the news, I've been reading the paper, and right now it looks like no. The politicians don't want, some do want it, some don't. You know how that goes, right? Well, only time will tell, and it's November, right? So the year is almost over. We'll see if they have a special session. But keep in mind, there is the group, the Condo Coalition in the Treasure Coast. Darlene Van Rippen, I hope I got that name right, says that condo associations from across the state are reaching out to her. So look, there are people who are fighting for you. So if you want to watch that video, go to the end of this video and just click the box there and you can see it, and all her contact information will be in there. But look, folks, this crisis is still going on. I've been covering it for about a year, and my job is just try to keep you guys updated so you know what's happening here in South Florida, because I know a lot of you are from out of state and you might not get all the local news. So keep watching my channel. I'm going to keep bringing this to you. Hopefully there'll be some good news about it in 2025. Only time will tell. But all right, so this is a short video. Hope you guys liked it. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hey, wherever you are in the world, get out, enjoy paradise. I'll talk to you next week.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come here.
Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, you're gonna wanna subscribe because the mother of all videos is coming out in December. You're gonna wanna watch this. We're gonna wrap up the whole condo crisis. This is the video that you guys have been waiting for. Please subscribe. You don't wanna miss it. Would you believe me if I told you there was a condo crisis headed for Florida?